Boy.
Yeah, we breaking silence on the Lord, oh. So why you think we out here on the Lord for? Yeah, I'm coming through, Ja, coming through, I'm coming through. Yeah, I wear the truth like a logo. So why you think I'm out here on my dolo? Yeah, I'm coming through, Ja, coming through, I'm coming through.
Yo, once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. E.charlez, Rosie, Mike Laurie.
I like that.
Vanya, we about to freestyle or what's going on?
Told you I'm about to drop bars tonight, man.
This guy. Anyways, we got a special guest in the building.
Who it is?
Especial.
But before we introduce, we gotta all sing.
We all gotta sing.
Play your vocals.
On
Yo,
three.
drop that beat.
On three.
It better have some flavor.
On three.
No?
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Throw some flavor in it.
Coach Harvey.
What's the other one? Happy birthday to you.
Hit the horse.
Yeah.
You already know.
We need more flavor next time. We need some more flavor.
To you.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Coach Harvey. Happy birthday to you. What?
That's a lot better.
We got this 1959.
Another year in life,
Yo, Coach Harvey, welcome to the show, brother.
Welcome,
Thank you,
brother.
man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having
Long
me.
time. You were supposed to actually be here on season 1.
I know. Every time I saw him, I'm like, yo, when you coming on the show, he's like,
He's a busy man.
Yo, before we get into it, your boy, Melo.
Melo the God.
He's in OKC now, bro.
Yes,
Who else? Who else is over there with him?
Paul George.
Okay. The reigning
And Westbrook.
MVP. The reigning MVP.
You still a Knicks fan, right?
Oh,
Okay.
forever.
Okay.
I respect Knicks fans.
Put some respect on his name. What kind of question is that? You think he gonna turn away?
No.
You thought he was going to go to OKC?
I'm telling you, I've been seeing a lot of Knicks fans going to OKC. Looking real sad right now.
Just with what for one player?
Just for one player.
Terrible.
You know?
I mean, that's what Cavs fans
LeBron
did.
created that, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Because you doing that.
Well, maybe
yeah.
Garnett and Paul Pierce did.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying.
Was that you?
We say that, but no.
Yo, what?
What's your thoughts on the trade?
I think it's the best thing for Melo and for the Knicks.
Me too.
I think if they did it a little earlier, we could have got some better
Talk closer,
pieces.
look,
If they
yeah,
did it
there
a
we
little
go.
earlier, we could have got some better pieces. But I think it's best for both sides.
I like
think
that.
so, too.
I like that.
You got to hand. It's time to hand it over to KP.
Do they have a shot now against Golden State? A shot. I'm not saying are they gonna beat them.
Okay, see?
Can they challenge them a little
I
bit?
don't think there's enough basketballs in the gym.
How about this?
I don't know.
How about this? What about, LeBron James paying off Dwayne Wade to come out of retirement to come play with him?
He want to go retire.
I can't stand you.
Why you gotta get D-Wade like that? He coming out. You coming for the legends?
That's a boot thing. Yo, listen.
No, don't say boot thing, because it's not like that.
Oh, wait, is there
respect
someone else?
No, I respect him as a player.
telling.
I don't like him or crush on him. He's a great player.
He is a great player, legendary.
Yeah,
Probably
just
one of the
because I'm a
best.
female, I gotta be
He
proud
was
of
a
the
great
player.
player.
I'm talking about.
I'm
his
gonna tell
track
Wade
record.
on you.
Listen. I think as far as OKC goes, those three players were in, I believe, the top 10 in isolation scoring this past season.
Yes.
True. That's
I wanna-
true.
I wanna-
Especially
let's
Westbrook.
dive into this because I want to. As a coach, I want to hear because I keep hearing this. Their usage rate, yes, I keep hearing that there's not enough basketballs in the gym, right? But they're professional basketball players. Like they're great players. This isn't a high school team. This is like an AAU team. Like these dudes can learn how to play with each other. Like and they're with only one basketball on the floor, right? Like can Carmelo Trent? I feel like he needs to take that back seat. and turn into more of like a spot shooter. Now,
I look at it like this: somebody on that team is going to have to
Somebody
be the Chris
loser.
Bosh and the Kevin Love.
Yes.
Somebody on that team is going to have to be.
I think it's Carmelo.
And it's looking like Melo.
Melo's gonna have to be Bosh.
They told him on media day he's coming off the bench.
Yeah, I know. And he was laughing. He was laughing.
Yo, P, I'm coming off the bench.
Yeah, he was laughing. He was laughing. That was hilarious.
But that's just how I look at it. Somebody's going to have to be that third option. So somebody who went from getting 25 shots a game is now going to be limited to 7, 8 shots
I don't know if he comes off the bench,
wait.
but I think he does. I think he plays with the bench guys by himself.
Yeah.
I like
No,
in
but
those
that's
key
gonna be
moments
good
where
for
they
him.
just need ISO,
Yeah.
and that's it. And Westbrook and Paul George are on the bench.
That's exactly what I
Then
was
it's
going
gonna
to
be
talk
mellow
about.
time, is what I used to call it when he was on the Knicks. Mellow time.
Mellow time.
Give him the ball. All
out
y'all
the
go
way.
to the
He
side
gonna
of the court and let's get busy. I'm getting these buckets.
He's either gonna be on fire or he's gonna be missing.
Yeah.
When
And
Melo
I hope
missed,
they're
man.
not
How he
expecting
can
him to
play
miss.
the
Where
second
Melo
of the
miss?
game, yo.
We need to go on YouTube?
I hope you're not expecting Melo to play any defense and get any rebounds.
He will play some defense and get a little bit of rebounds, and I think this is why.
is he gonna be on? Is he gonna play the 4?
Yeah,
That's
he
what they
gonna play
said,
the
yeah.
four.
So, because the demand for him offensively, the load has been lessened, right? Because you got Westbrook, he averaged, 27 last year? Oh, no, yeah, like 30 points last year. Paul George averaged like 26, 27 points a game, too. Melo, I think, averaged 22 last year. So, somebody's gonna lose out on from the scoring, and it's gonna be him.
All right, now with Melo at the 4, and they got to go against Golden State, that means
Draymond.
Melo's guarding
Draymond.
No, Durant. A lot of times.
Oh, yeah, that's
Especially
true.
when they go small ball. Because Draymond's the 5.
Draymond's the
He ain't
5.
gonna guard.
So
That's true.
That's gonna be. We'll see how that turns out.
We will see how that
I-
goes.
I
They
got
might have
my
to put
money on-
Melo at 5, yo.
I got my money on
Run another
KD.
lineup.
I got my money on KD.
I honestly don't know who else is on that bench that they got. Who else is on the team?
They don't
OKC?
have,
besides those 4 dudes?
Felton?
Oh, now they got Roberson.
Yeah, he
Roberson.
plays
He
defense.
gonna start.
Well, he's gonna start.
He gonna
He's
start
gonna
at the
start.
Is he
2.
Haitian?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Haitian.
Yeah, he gonna start.
Yeah,
Roberson.
Nah, he not Haitian.
Roberson or something.
He's not Haitian. That's crazy though. And then Cleveland, they're heavily stacked.
Yes, Cleveland made
roster
some
is
great.
crazy.
They made some great offseason
They
moves.
go
Yes.
11 deep now.
How about shout outs to the NBA for the great offseason.
Yo,
Well, that's the
good
craziest offseason
Yeah.
I ever seen in my
I
life.
promised y'all that it would have been lit. And
That's
it was
a great
lit. I said
offseason.
after the finals, I said, yo, right when Jimmy Butler, right before the draft, when Jimmy Butler got paid, I was like, yo, this offseason is about to be lit. Like right before the free agency hit, I'm telling you, it's about to be wild. And sure enough, it was.
Here's
all
a
the
quick,
moves, the trades, everything.
here's a quick fact. This came on ESPN today. There was a trade that reportedly went down. You know what I'm talking
I know what
about.
you're talking about.
Carmelo Anthony and Paul George was in Cleveland Cavaliers, like it was a deal.
What was it that fell through? Did
I
they
don't
say
know what
that?
I think it was
I
it was like the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
thing.
something-
It was
Yeah.
something.
They put
It
together.
was something with
Melo-
the picks that they couldn't put.
Yeah.
Like the,
Yeah.
it was,
And
I
I
know
think they
the
needed
Knicks are who
13.
called it.
Yeah.
The
but,
Knicks are who killed the trade.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Wow.
but
Because
they would have been in Cleveland. Imagine that. I don't think Kyrie would have left.
No, he definitely would have left.
I think
yeah?
he was leaving no matter what.
Definitely.
Wow.
Look at all the big names.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at the team they got. Look who's there now. Like, I really seriously think that he thinks, and this is like a good thing. Like, I got a little bit of respect for him, but I do think he's a little bit crazy because you're playing with the best player in the world. But imagine that I'm on the best player in the world's team, and I'd rather go play against him, like, and have
Dang
my own
right.
squad.
Dang right.
Yo, if anybody
who
thinks the
proves that you can-
Celtics
they're
are
not
gonna be
beating
nice
them.
this year,
I
They're gonna be
was
good.
going to ask you about that.
stop it.
They're gonna be good. They're not gonna be Cleveland.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because everybody's thinking the same. I don't think they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals,
No,
bro.
I don't know. Stop.
I don't think they're going that far, bro.
Yo,
Kyrie
so who's gonna guard LeBron? Because Crowder's on LeBron's team now, and that's who would normally guard LeBron.
Hayward is gonna have to be Hayward. But my whole thing is this:
Hayward?
Good luck with that.
Kyrie
I got to hit
Irving.
the crime button again.
Look, yeah, we all literally laughing at that. LOL, for real.
Hayward on LeBron, that's a
Yeah.
joke.
Good luck, buddy.
Yo, Kyrie Irving couldn't take the Cavs to the playoffs in the East by himself.
And I knew he was younger back then,
He
but
the same player that
he
he is,
still can't do that.
Still.
I know he can't.
So it's
I'm not
like-
trying to downplay him. I know he can't.
And I'm gonna give him the props that Brad Stevens is a great coach.
Yes, he is,
Great
he is,
coach.
he is.
If anybody can make it
Yes.
happen, it's gonna be him.
It's gonna be him. Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
not with that team.
Not with that team.
And they're giving too much credit to Jason Tatum. He is nice, but he ain't gonna do
Yeah,
all
but he's
that,
young.
man.
Yeah,
Yes,
you lost Avery Bradley.
yes, you lost that
You
whole
lost,
defensive core. Crowder.
Isaiah Thomas, Crowder.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pieces.
Yeah,
Yo, but the East is so bad though.
No,
yo.
it is. Oh, no.
Like, it's literally just them two teams. Like, it's
if
Cleveland,
LeBron-
Boston, Toronto here, Washington there.
Yeah. If LeBron don't win
Milwaukee coming up.
MVP, it'll be. I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna walk through the East. He
Yeah.
should be able to put up triple doubles every
That's
night.
crazy.
I don't think he's gonna play that much this year. That's the regular
it's
season.
gonna
I
be
think he's gonna
light.
play like max 50 games, 58 games. He's
He'll
not gonna
average
play.
like-
I doubt LeBron even plays 60 games this year.
He'll be like how Curry was last year. He's gonna sit every fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Every fourth quarter, he's sitting.
You two are Knicks fans. How do you like the New York Knicks direction now from here on out?
I like that we have picks, and I like that we have young players. Because
this-
that's something we haven't had in a long time.
It's getting better. I just want to see what this Frank.
Ntilikina.
Yes, I can't even say his
I
name.
want to see what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yo, early
I
word
was
out of
watching
camp,
some
though.
highlights. I wasn't too impressed.
I
but
Be
don't know.
impressed.
Let me see.
Yo,
Yeah,
early
yeah.
word out of camp the last couple of days. Like KP interviewed today and said like he was like the one thing that you notice about him right away is he's got like ridiculously big hands and super long arms. He's like real. He just plays so hard on defense.
He's
he
big
gets
for
his
his
hands on
position.
everything. Hands are in the ball. In
I
the
think
passing
he's
lanes.
like
That
Sean
natural
Livingston
stuff.
was.
Yeah, like that
wow.
natural stuff you
Extremely
can't
big.
teach. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't teach effort. You know that because you're a
Yeah.
coach. You know,
You either got it or you don't.
yeah, and he's just in there in practice. They said he's just going so hard, like he's working real hard. So that's good to hear. He's only 19 years old.
Yeah,
you know?
Melo didn't have the effort.
Yeah, Melo was literally had it in his mind.
Yeah, he did.
Nah, he wasn't with
It
all
was
that.
in his mind, like, yo, I'm getting buckets. Y'all play defense.
He's like, how about we keep subbing offense for defense?
That is
Let me
so
score,
funny.
call timeout,
Yeah.
and sub somebody else in and let me
Remember how
play
LaMelo
defense.
Ball had like 92 points? He was just cherry picking at the half court every
Yeah.
time. That is exactly
That is
what.
ridiculous.
That's what Carmelo was
All
doing.
right, so let's get into some nitty
Yeah,
gritty.
let's do
So we know that you're a coach, Coach Harvey, clearly. So
Harvey, baby.
So fill us in on kind of what you were doing before coaching and what brought you to starting coaching, or even your love for basketball.
Okay, that's a great question. I was at that time before I started coaching full time. I was working at Danbury Audi, so I was just a detailer doing that as a full time job.
I was working there with you. I forgot.
Oh yeah, that's
Really?
right.
I was at
forgot.
Volkswagen. Yeah, but it's under weeks. Under weeks. Yep.
That's so funny.
And then I had a friend, shout out to my boy Antoine. He asked me one year to come and coach with him during AAU. I went and coached with him. The next year he kind of stepped down and I took over. And that next year I actually created my own nonprofit organization with my cousin. So he had started the nonprofit and I partnered up with him and brought it to Connecticut.
Oh, that's awesome.
Amazing.
So then from there on, I just knew it was a passion. That's just what I love to do.
Right.
And
Did
then-
you play in school?
Yes, I played in high school. I didn't play in college. But like I said, once I got a taste for the game from the coaching side, it was just something I knew immediately. That's what I wanted to do.
Right.
Do you coach high schoolers?
Yes, I coach. Well, I coach all levels, but during the season for basketball, I coach at Immaculate High School.
Is it hard to keep the guys
No, I actually like coaching like the high school kids. I like being around that. I feel like you have a major influence on their life.
Of course.
Critical years,
They
man.
look up
Yeah,
to you.
yeah,
you
Critical
know?
years.
Exactly.
You're not that old coach that
No, exactly. They
Right.
they feel a lot more comfortable with me. They can talk with me about things. So I like that age.
That's good.
Shout out to the Mustang Stang Gang. We out here.
What level you got out there? You're
I'm assistant varsity coach.
assistant varsity. Okay, that's what's up, man.
So-
And, who's the head coach is still
Nelson Mangachos.
Mangachos, okay, he's still
He's
there,
been
right?
there for years.
Years. So he was there I think he was there when I was in high school.
Yeah, he's been there for years.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So what is it? What's the difference for you between playing the game and coaching? What do you like about it? What is?
I
different?
feel like I always love playing the game of basketball, but as far as coaching, I just feel like the game, you see it more. It comes slower. You're able to make those corrections that in the game sometimes you're just in the flow of the game up and down the court.
Right.
You're not really realizing what's going on.
That's interesting. I never thought about like the outside perspective.
It is. I'm telling you, like when you're in the game, nothing else is really mattering right now besides
So
what's going
focused.
on in that moment. As a coach, you kind of have to look at every position, every rep you're looking at. I mean, every little thing counts.
Right.
So
Wow.
it's a lot easier for you to bring them all in together. Whereas a lot of times when you're as a player, you're kind of just focused on not just yourself, but the moment at hand.
Right.
Amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, so we going to left field.
Go ahead.
and into the stands right now. So you a total different man now
Total different man.
from back in the day.
Yes.
stupid.
I know he's going
Yo,
somewhere.
he trolling, man. Always trolling, yo. Stay on track, man. Why you on left field, bro?
Nah, I'm not being petty. I'm not digging
you,
nothing
Rolly.
up. I'm just saying, he's a different man now.
Definitely a different man.
From when I first met him, he
Young and dumb,
grew. I don't know how many inches.
Yeah, but
he used to be little.
You were a short little one.
I was short.
I'm talking about he was little with braids. I remember him
Had
running
the
around.
hang time, though, yo.
Yeah, hang time.
Yeah,
He did have hang time.
Yes, you did.
That's some hang time.
In 6th grade, you had hang time.
Maybe not then. I think I was just getting started.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know. your focus was on being in your plays, like you were saying.
Oh yeah, center of attention. Anytime I could grab it, I wanted to be it. So
I remember him and Bravue prancing around in the cafeteria, because the stage is over there. It was like some Christmas thing. I was just like, look at this little guy.
Mike talking like he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, hold on. We not talking about me right now. What are you talking about?
I was looking down at Mike.
I used to be tall. I used to be.
You used to be. What happened, bro?
We kept growing.
Football, man. Football. See, football. They make you lift them heavy weights. The basketball players, they got them light 5-pound weights. This is just for toning, just so you can shoot.
So it
but-
stunted your growth?
Mike did bring up a good point. Back in the day, I was going through a lot. I was in a bad place at certain times in my life, and I feel like those situations kind of helped me to be a better coach.
That's what I want to get into. I want to talk a little bit about your philosophy, because I coach. I coach the rec leagues. Not like you guys are big time. I want to get into.
I'm trying to make it to the big time.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I just like to coach the kids just to keep them active and everything like that. And what's your message? Like, I know with me, we got this thing going right now. I'm in football season. Like the one team, one unit. That's like the pitch we're giving to the kids. Like, we want them to all move together, work together. It's like, one team, one unit. Like, what's your philosophy as far as like your team motto? Like, what do you want your guys to do?
I feel like culture is everything.
Culture
I feel
is
like
everything.
every team has a culture, and I feel like the culture of your team really speaks when you're not in the gym as a coach.
Yes.
So
I agree.
If you're running a team and you feel like this is the type of culture you want, you can really tell what kind of culture the team has when you leave the gym.
Right.
When they're amongst themselves, are they going through drills? Are they trying to get better, or are they just running around? Coach is gone. It's free time.
Right.
Okay.
Are they trying to get better?
Exactly. Are they trying to get better, and are they looking out for each other? Because every rep counts. So I feel like, let's say you're just going through a drill and a guy on defense isn't taking it as serious. He's not only hurting himself, but he's hurting the person who he's going against.
Correct.
You
Not
just
giving him a good look.
Exactly. You want to push each other as much as possible.
Yeah. I feel you. Question, bro. Did Steph, in your opinion, did Steph Curry mess up these young kids? Are they shooting a lot of threes now? Like, I don't know. I be seeing a lot of kids in the park thinking they Steph. They right in front of the half court line.
Please go in on this.
Please go. Answer that to me, man.
That's how the game of
There's
basketball
no more
play right now.
mid-range,
That's
yo.
a layup or three.
Yeah,
I can't get a layup.
Yo,
I'm just shooting it from
I feel
deep.
like DeRozan is the only person in the world shooting mid shots.
yo. He's the last
you
one
ask
left.
every kid to go out there and give you a one dribble pull up. He's like, man, I'll just take the extra dribble and go to the rack.
That's crazy.
Or I just won't take a dribble at all and I'm just shooting
Yeah,
it.
and you just shooting threes. What's your take on that, man?
I just feel like the game evolves over time.
Do you like that change?
I feel like the way the game's played right now is very fast paced. So I don't really have a problem with it. I feel like teams that don't shoot a lot of threes, I feel like sometimes you struggle to score.
Yes.
Right.
The game's very high scoring right now. It's up and down as quick as possible. Like I said, layup or three. So, if I'm putting 30 threes up a game and I'm shooting 30%, 40%, that's good numbers.
That's
You
good.
know, I'm putting
That's
up a
real
lot.
good numbers.
Those threes are a lot better than your twos. So they'll take that bet any day.
Keep even if you're having a bad day, some threes will keep you in the game, man.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Like you could be getting eaten alive, but dudes are hitting threes. It's like, dang, we only down by 2.
That's it.
Like, it's crazy.
One
Like,
thing
if y'all
I
just
like
play
to-
right, we be all right.
Exactly. One thing I like to push, especially with the kids, is to shoot. The averages, the game is going to average himself out.
Correct.
If you go 0 for 10 today, you're not going 0 for 10 tomorrow.
Right.
If you're
Okay.
a 40% shooter, you go 0 for 10 today, you keep shooting, you're still going to be at 40%.
It's a numbers game.
Yep, it's just a numbers game. So just keep shooting.
That's it. Shooters shoot.
So, do you think, from your perspective, the type of athletes we had
Yep.
coming up? Are the kids those type of athletes? Are they that aggressive?
No, that's one thing I'll definitely agree on. The kids aren't that aggressive.
Yeah,
I feel like, but I feel like a lot of it comes from the parenting as well.
Right.
I feel like in today's day,
That's a major key, man.
Everyone needs a trophy. First
Yo,
place, last
so
place.
true.
Just for
Everybody
showing
needs a
up.
trophy.
We can get that.
Everybody has to play equal time. Everything is just so
Right.
sensitive. Where it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if you're not good enough, do something to get better.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Otherwise, hold the clipboard.
And I don't know if you
Playing time is earned, yo. That's like the biggest thing.
And I don't know if you experienced this yet with the kids. I feel like the parents, they're like so. Oh, don't talk to my son like that. He's trying. Like, come on, man.
Parents are on you. They are on you.
Back
And
in the day,
parents
the
will have
coaches used to.
problem. Oh yeah. Like when I played, it
would
was
be illegal
Oh,
now.
mom, coach
Oh,
is
my
doing
gosh.
this. Oh, don't say anything.
So what?
Obviously, you're not
Do
doing
what the
good
coach
enough.
says.
Do what the coach says.
Right.
Where today it's, look, mom, I think I should be starting. Coaches and giving me the opportunity.
And they'll really
Next
come to
thing
you
you
and
know,
tell
you on the line.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Job is up for grabs.
That's crazy, bro.
Insane.
That's nuts. That's soft. That's soft.
It is.
No,
It is.
no.
But it's just the way, like I said, the game
crazy.
evolves.
I got parents coming up to
either
me all
you
the time
evolve
saying
with
that
it or get left behind.
It's like I remember
Oh,
playing
you
football.
see that too, huh, Cash?
Oh my God, for football all the time, man. People come, oh, my son should be running the ball. He's been running the ball his whole career. He shouldn't be playing on the line. He should be playing linebacker. He should be telling me, the coach who knows about football, telling me like what I should, where your son should be playing.
Insane.
I'm like, you want coach? I literally said to one of the parents, like, she don't like me. His mom does not like me. I was like, you want a coach?
no, it's gonna be
And
like
I kind
that.
of laughed it off. I was like, huh? I was like, you want a coach? I had my play sheet in the hand. I held it up to her and I like walked away, mad slick. But I was like,
Oh my god.
So how do grades, right? So it impacts them, right?
Oh,
so if
yes.
they're not doing good,
School is a big one for me, especially. Like for example, when I was doing a lot of my programs through Wise Athletics, we would take a lot of the kids, the high school kids, on college tours during the summer. So we'd bring them to certain colleges, let them give them a tour of the college. They'd talk to the head basketball coaches. The coaches would tell them things that they're looking for athletically and academically. So it just kind of gives them that perspective of what they're trying to do. I feel like no kid should have below a 3.5.
yeah.
You know, if you have below a 3.5, you might be giving 100% on the court, but you're only giving 60, 70% in the classroom. You know, it's got to go both ways. Because when
course.
things don't work out, you know, you might not be able to get that athletic scholarship. Like a perfect example, I have a cousin. His first year, he walked on in college, but he got an academic scholarship. Then he impressed the coaches. Sophomore year, he got a full athletic
that's
scholarship.
what's up,
Oh,
man.
that's crazy.
It
So
happens.
it's
It
like-
does happen.
So
hard work.
don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know.
Injuries do happen.
Yes. Yes.
You can, and honestly, age, man. Father time is undefeated, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can't play basketball forever. You can't
No.
play football forever. Like you need to have an education so you have a backup plan.
And there will always be someone coming up who's faster,
The next one.
stronger,
Yep.
a better shooter.
And my whole thing is basketball is gonna end for almost everybody eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Father
know?
time, man.
Everybody thinks they're going to the NBA, but whether your basketball career ends when you go to high school or after high school or in college, it's gonna end eventually. So what are you gonna do after?
Right.
What's the
a good
plan?
point.
What's the plan? It's gonna end
Gotta think
eventually.
about that.
Yeah.
Gotta think about that. That's
for it.
important.
Good point.
You touched on it a little bit. Your company, Wise.
Yes.
Explain to the people exactly what
Okay.
it is, what you guys do, what you guys are involved in,
So
etc.
Wise is I'm just a partner with Wise. Wise is owned by my cousin. It's a nonprofit organization, and Wise stands for We Inspire, Serve, and Educate Athletes.
Let's go.
So, like I said, it's just more than, like when we ran a lot of programs through Wise, it was just more than basketball. You know, I feel like for a lot of programs, as far as AAU or travel, you have teams that once the season's over, these kids aren't hearing from the coaches, they're not doing anything, they're just forgotten about because the season's over. Whereas what we try to do is, like I said, taking the kids on college tours. We'd also always do community service events, so it was required for them if they wanted to play that we had to do community service. So we would go
what's
around,
up.
do community service, and then we'd always try to take the kids down to a game. So as right now, one of the rituals is we take the kids every winter to a St. John's game at Madison Square Garden.
That's what's
Nice.
up.
So it's just kind of trying to keep them together. Because as far as one of the teams that I coach, I mean, there's kids from Hartford, New Fairfield, Bethel, Danbury, New Milford. There's about 6 or 7 towns they're all from. So once AAU is over, they're not seeing each other that much. So you want to kind of keep them together and, you know, keep building that team,
That's
that
real
team bond.
cool, though,
Yeah, that
man.
is.
That's really
To have
cool.
that connection and stuff like that with other people from all around the state and everything. like
Nah, it
that,
is.
too.
It's
That's
definitely
that was
dope.
what was dope about AAU. I only played 1 year AAU, but that was like I remember like dudes from Bridgeport,
Yeah, it's
from New
fun.
Milford, from everywhere, all over the place. We have
And what makes it
Ridgefield.
even better too is then now when their actual high school season starts, they're playing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it just makes it that much more competitive.
Right.
That's
you know,
what's up.
Now they know that player who they play with in AAU. They know him in and out.
Yeah,
they
I
know
know his
everything
game,
about
yo.
him. I know
He
your
always
game.
want to drive
Right.
left.
You
He
know,
always
so
want to drive left.
they push each other that much more, and
That's
it's good.
really cool. How long have you guys been doing that? Sorry.
It's all good.
That started 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So how you make time for, I know you got kids, shout out to the two little.
Definitely,
Yo,
definitely.
my wife, she loves your son Elijah.
Oh man.
She's like, go to that man's page
No Elijah,
so I can
just
see.
Eli.
Yeah,
Oh man, but I'm telling you, dad life is the best life.
that's what's up,
I'm telling you,
That's
man,
what's
dad
up,
life's
man.
the best life. That's one thing I love about coaching is that I'm able to bring them almost
Nice,
everywhere with me.
nice.
That's cool.
And I love, this is not sounding racist. I just love when black men love their sons because
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
see
Yeah,
much of that, man.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't see
good.
much of that. So that's big, man. That's
I'm
big.
telling you, once you guys have those kids, you're gonna see.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna see.
yeah.
Mike knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
My little girl.
I don't have none.
I just have a
I
family.
live vicariously. I live vicariously through you guys. And like I said, I like to coach because these kids, it's everybody likes babies and babies are cute and all that stuff like that. But I like my sleep. That's a big,
Listen.
big
You can
thing.
get that out the window. Once you have them kids, that's done.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's done.
That's
I'm
what
in
I'm
no
saying.
rush right now.
Yeah, it's
I'm
over.
talking about Saturday mornings. My daughter could go to bed at 10 o'clock all late. I have her running around. She'll be up at like 6 o'clock.
Oh, early.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Early.
Like, you don't wake up this early for school. How you gonna wake up this
Oh
early?
man, they be on it. They be on it.
Like, make
They
some
know.
eggs.
They know
Yeah.
what time the shows come on. Look, man.
Yeah.
It's Mickey Mouse is about to come on.
You
You
gotta turn this
gotta, you
TV
gotta
for
get
me.
up, man.
Like, I need you so I can watch this. Like, all right.
What type of style of basketball you like? Ball movement, isolation. What?
I'm big
What's
on,
Coach Harvey's type?
on motion offense. I like
Okay.
a lot of movement. I feel
Without
like,
the ball, right?
Yes.
Nice.
You know, on ball screens, off ball screens, backdoor cuts.
That's
I
the
like a
good
lot of
stuff.
movement. But as far as when it comes down to crunch time or end of the quarters, I have no problem going. If I see someone's got the mismatch,
Yeah.
we can go isolation
Yeah,
all
yeah,
day.
yeah.
We go
Dope.
isolation all day,
Dope,
and I'm just
dope.
gonna hype you up. That's one thing I love about coaching is I'm just able to hype you up.
Correct, correct.
I'm gonna be screaming everything from over there. He can't guard you. He can't stop you. Take him to the basket.
You got the defender all nervous.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shoot, can I guard him?
I noticed that you said that like that. Do you feel like, cause I'm the same type of way too, but do you feel like that's like a big part of like a basketball player's mentality? Like, we play, but that confidence.
Oh,
like,
yeah. You gotta be
confidence
confident.
from, your coach and your teammates. Like, do you feel like that really like helps?
Because I'm a call the other teams out immediately. If I see them pass
He
the
got
ball
no
to
left.
somebody who doesn't look like they want the ball, oh, he don't even want it. He not even ready. He don't know what he stepped
He don't even
into.
want it. Oh, I love that. Right in
But
front
you
of him.
gotta be confident. If you're not confident, it's gonna be hard to see the floor.
That's true.
That's one thing I know, at a lot of these schools, it's a 7-8 man rotation, and you got a 15-man roster.
Right.
So it's hard for a lot of these kids to break through that rotation. So a lot of times, it's either get with it or you just along for the ride. Just along for the ride.
Yeah, I got you.
What are some? So I never played a sport in high school, and I regret it till this day.
Both your nieces was
I know
runners, right?
but they were after me, so it doesn't matter.
I thought it was in the family.
So what are some I feel like sports just teach you a lot of life lessons.
Oh, definitely.
So what are some life lessons that you've learned or life lessons that you're trying to teach the kids that you coach?
I'd say life lessons. It teaches you a lot about growth, a lot about nothing in life is given to you. I just feel like life in general is competition.
Right.
Whether you're competing for a spot on a team, whether you're competing for a job, whether you're competing for a relationship, no matter what it is in life, is competition. So if you're not willing to compete at everything in life, from school to sports to jobs to everything, I feel like that's the biggest thing. It just teaches you that competitive drive. I think also it teaches you about family and teamwork. I think you have, like I said, it's all about culture. So if you're building that team culture, I feel like a lot of those players also bring that home. So they're the same way with their families. That's one thing we're big on. I don't like seeing kids You know, because parents get involved, and that's understandable. That's their child. I would be the same way.
Right.
And you see a lot of the kids sometimes don't want to listen. You know, they get frustrated after practice. They're yelling, screaming at their parents. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Especially us. We ain't scream at our parents. Especially my parents.
That discipline,
Patient.
man.
I
That
mean, but like I
discipline's
said,
important.
it's different these days.
Yeah, it's different, man.
It's different these days.
It's very different.
They get away with a lot more now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't talk to me like that. You can't touch me.
It's
Yeah,
crazy,
exactly.
man.
Okay,
They all be
exactly.
talking
That's
back to adults. Like I remember, like first of all, my mom's from the South, so already like you got like it's so big on that down there culturally. It's so big on speaking to adults with respect. Like you
Right.
don't ever raise your voice to nobody older than you, especially like no little kid. Like my mom would be like, it was like, she was all like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no
Right.
sir. You know, don't ever raise your voice. Like I see these kids out there yelling at their parents.
Seriously.
Not like
Sad.
not like yelling back to them like, oh, okay, mom, I'll be here. Like what are you talking about?
With
Like, leave it alone.
attitude,
Like,
yeah.
like with attitude. I'm like, oh
And
my
not
goodness.
only that, but they're yelling at them, and they be like, "I hate you, Deborah."
Oh, yeah, first
Using
name.
their first
First
name.
Hell no. I could never do something like that.
People like, what?
My mom would beat my friends. She didn't play no games.
My mom too.
She didn't play no
She'll take a
games.
sandal off and pop it to anybody.
Once you came to the house,
She old school, man.
it was by enemies. I could name a couple of my brothers. A couple of my brothers' friends came to the house, and they were just talking. They're older, cursing. She came right in there, gave me that one warning. I better not hear it again. They cursed again. I can name a few who she put so smooth in their mouth. No games.
my God.
No games.
No,
She's like, you ain't got to come here no more.
That's funny.
Right?
Y'all go hang out at his house.
Right?
Real.
Shut up. Respect my house. That's it.
I had an aunt that she called the cops. Well, she basically beat my cousins behind, and she called, and because he was like, "I'm gonna call the cops," and she's like, "All right, I'll call the cops for you."
Yep.
She called the cops and everything. The cops were actually they were on her side because at the end of the day, you need to discipline your
Yes.
kids.
Yeah.
You know, like parents are failing completely right now.
But yeah, that's
So-
part of it. Butt whoopings is illegal right now. I turned out great,
Not
and
for
I
my
used to
kids.
get my
Don't leave
butt
them
up all the time.
Not for
In
my
my
kids.
opinion, I'm sorry.
At the Harvey house, they legal.
Oh yeah, you get that butt pop, man.
I
That's
was telling
all
her,
I
look, you can call the cops. They gonna come get you, not me.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is
Exactly.
there's
Everything about
something,
you.
there's learning in pain. Like
There
if you
is.
touch a hot stove, you're not gonna touch it again because you know it's hot. You hurt yourself last time. So if you do whatever and you just get, now I'm not talking about assault your kids, but a little pop on the butt, like, hey,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
They know, okay,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to push the
Words don't
limits.
work sometimes.
definitely.
You know, the pow
Shoot,
pow.
you know, like
Yeah,
when
some
they used to
people
say,
just
"Put
like
your
that.
hands out," and then when I realized I was able to pull my hands back,
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
they be
done.
like, "Put your hands out." I'm like, ah.
Yeah, it was done.
I'm like, what you,
those
this ain't
moments.
funny.
We all had those moments. Those moments get
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But back to what you guys said, man. Like parents be arguing back with their kids. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
my
argue.
God. Oh no, my
I'll
mom
give
beat
him
me
the
in
look.
public.
I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wait till you get in court.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
But
Man.
there's no respect though.
Nah, it's not.
Especially if you let the child act like the adult in your household.
Yeah, it's
know.
good to let your kids be expressive and free and stuff like
Yes.
that. I guess but like there are limits. Like you're not your kid's friend. Like you're a parent.
Oh, that was my mom's favorite line.
Like, I'm not your friend.
I
Yeah.
am not your friend.
You know, you're
real.
the person responsible
she
for
right.
making sure. Yeah.
I say that to my daughter today. I'm like, I'm not your friend. I'm
Like
your
you're
father.
responsible for making sure that this person can be a functional and respectable person and like a member of society. Basically,
Yeah.
like it's all you.
Big.
I'm very militant.
I always ask, like, who raised you? When I want to try to disrespect, like, when I want to disrespect somebody, what's wrong with you? Yo? Who raised you? Yo?
I'm to the point with my daughter where I don't even gotta say nothing. I just give her that
That
look.
look,
Oh yeah.
That's all
that
you
Mike
need now.
Lowry look.
I'll be like, yo, you know what? Give me the stuffed animal. Go stand at the wall, hands to the side. Don't touch. Put your nose to the wall. Don't say nothing.
Or you be like, time out in the corner on
Yo,
the way in the
I'll
corner.
be like, oh, you still crying? 5 fingers up. When I get to one, there better not be no tears on your face.
That's how it's got to be.
I'm telling you.
I
Let's
like
get
that.
back to these sports though. Let's get back to these sports.
Oh,
Yo, yes.
are we going football? We still talking
No,
basketball.
not basketball. Still basketball.
Basketball. I actually got
Alright,
a
man.
good question for you. What? Hold on. What year did you graduate again?
06.
06. All right. What was your favorite era? Because you said you played DHS ball, right? What was your favorite era? the one with the Robbie Williams era or the Trayvon Little era?
Are we having this
You're in
discussion?
between both.
I'll be honest. I think Shout out to my boy Rob, Lucky Lefty. He's one of the best I think I've ever seen come out of Danbury.
I was
I think he's one of the best to see.
His dad, man.
Oh, his dad put the work in.
His dad.
His dad put the work in.
Was not
He
playing.
wasn't playing.
No.
You know, but I mean, he did his numbers. He did his numbers. I mean, he went to the FCAC All-Star game. He went to the All-State All-Star game. MVP, won MVP of the game.
He did. Shout out to Rob,
I mean,
man.
he was putting up big numbers.
He did.
Big numbers.
What you had to say about that, Cash?
Yo, I agree. Like the era, I feel like Robbie was like one of the better players, obviously, in that like 10-year stretch. But the team that we had my senior year, senior year, the team we had my junior senior year was
nice
really,
team. That's
really
what I'm saying.
special. Like,
that's the Trayvon era.
Yeah, that was a real special team that they had. That was my junior, senior. My junior year, I was on the team. By my senior year, you know, Pardells basically pulled me and Simon aside. And he was like, yo, I don't even know if I got minutes for y'all.
What?
Simon stayed. I was like, man, forget this. I'm about to be All-American in track. Like, whatever.
But Simon
so that's what I went and did.
Simon ended up playing a little bit, though.
Simon ended up having, like, he played a lot. He was doing like 6 man. He had like a great year that year.
Yeah. That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? But they
Sandell was nice, too.
Sandell,
great big man.
Yo, sauce money. Chocolate sauce. They still use that sauce to this day. The Hatters Hooters, when they on free throws, they all put their hands out and say sauce. That's from Sandell White, my man, sauce. Don't ever forget it. That was like we created the Hatters Hooters.
I remember that.
The era, like the vibe right now that's in the gym. My class, DHS, 2004.
I remember that.
We invented the Hatters Hooters.
I remember that.
03, 04.
I was at those games.
It used to be real live.
Yes.
You think it's crazy now? We used to barbecue in the parking lot, tailgate, and everything. Like it was crazy.
I was there.
Back then.
I was there. Me and Davidson was there. That's when my mom was strict, so I had to sneak out. Like, yo, Davidson picked me up. She sleep. But I was there.
Yo, it was crazy. Like junior, senior year, it was wild. Like like I said, junior year, I was on the team. So I couldn't really participate, but we were still like before the games, like we would try. You would be able to have like a little period to go home, you know. I'm like, yo, like go home, come back, and these dudes was already grilling in the parking lot. You know, I'm like, let me get a burger, a hot dog, or whatever.
Yeah, I see. I seen it from the other end because you know I went to Tech.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you about Tech.
Trayvon was a traitor.
Oh my God.
He left us and
He should have went over there in the first place. He should have just been with us.
I'm like, what year did you graduate?
05.
So you didn't get to see like
Aunt
Henry.
I was gonna ask you about Ant.
They had a squad.
I was gonna ask you about them.
They had a squad. I remember them coming up. I used to go to the games and watch.
Antoine was nice.
Yes.
Antoine was real nice. I forgot his last name.
Who else was Aunt Henry on that team?
Yes.
And Henry,
Dwayne.
they had
hold on.
What's his name?
That was a good team too.
Joey.
Yo, shout to Ant. Yo, he used to
The big man. He
played like a big man. Like he played like a center.
Joe. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know his last
I can't
name.
think of his last name right now, but he put up buckets too.
Grosky. Joe Grosky. Joe was nasty.
They had a squad.
That was the Aunt Henry era, right?
Yeah, the Aunt Henry era. They had a squad.
Didn't they have a light skinned dude too?
Yeah, Dwayne. That's what I'm talking about.
That's his name?
Dwayne. I can't think of his last name right now.
I thought his name was Antoine.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Are you talking about Antoine Scott?
Yes, Antoine Scott. Yeah, he wasn't bad. Yeah, I liked him.
Scott, they had and that dude Dwayne. They had a team.
Yeah, they
had
did.
a team.
They did. I like that era.
I just think as Danbury as a total, we had 3 schools. We gotta bring some titles home.
We gotta bring home one.
I mean, my Stang gang, we be bringing them titles home.
Yeah,
you was with my
shout out to Darius and them. They put together a nice little Darius Smith, the little engine that could, yo.
Yeah, my boy Darius
when he was
playing
little,
no games,
playing all sports.
Yeah, he was nice at football too. He was real good at basketball.
He was
like,
nice
he's
at
so
football.
fast, and he's just like relentless to the basket, yo. Like for such a little dude, he could get to the basket real good. I was like, that's crazy.
It's funny that we're bringing up the high school sports. They just changed the state divisions.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So when state you used to have,
you guys are in 2 now.
Yeah, used to have double L, L, M, and S. So it's basically like extra large, medium, small.
They set it up by population of school, right?
Yes. Now they made it 5.
Oh wow!
So they kind of split it up. So now you basically have like a super division.
Yeah.
And then you got double
That
L,
Danbury's
L,
in. Danbury's in Division 1.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be honest.
I saw that list. I was like, dude,
Danbury gonna have some trouble. How far did we go last year? Danbury High. They went far, right?
They went to the quarterfinals. They lost to Kennedy.
They upset the number 1 team.
Yes, I remember that. Yes,
I was there, yo. And I was there for that.
The only thing I would say about that is I feel like they treated that game like the championship. Like after they upset them, it was like, man, we don't even care.
Yeah.
Because you went.
The work ain't done yet, man. Still a lot of work to do.
Because you was there because I was there too. We went to the game at Kennedy. It was weird because they were supposed to play it on a Friday night.
Yep.
It snowed. So they played it on a Saturday at 12 o'clock. I think that played a big part in it because I remember I got there mad early with all my people, and I just got there like literally. I got there before the team was even there. The gym was already getting packed up. So DHS come in, I'm like dapping them all. I'm like, let's go. And they all just look like, I'm like, see.
The energy wasn't there.
Right.
That game against the number 1 seed, they was hungry.
Yo, the hype, they came out, everybody
Hungry.
dunking in warm-ups. Dudes who wasn't dunking all year. Dudes dunking in warm-ups.
Shout out to my boy Deontay. He put Trayvon in them cuffs.
Oh, him and Messiah.
And Messiah had them
Messiah
both in
had
cuffs.
him locked down, yo. Where is he going to score now?
I'm not sure.
Because I remember he decommitted to Georgetown.
Oh, no, he's at LSU.
He's at LSU.
Yeah, he's at LSU.
Okay.
Messiah?
No, Trayvon
I
Waters.
wish.
That's where he went to LSU?
Yo,
Okay.
back to the Robbie Williams days. There was a dude in Central, light skin, Bentley. His last name was
Yeah,
Bentley.
Trevor, he coaches up at
Oh, he's a coach now.
Yeah, he coaches at Darien.
He was the
he used
first.
to get buckets.
He was the first Steph Curry.
Yo, he's nice.
When I seen him play against Robbie that one game,
buckets.
he was pulling up from half court and it was wet.
Because at the
That was
FCA
like
tournament-
that was the first Steph Curry I seen.
Bottoms.
That dude was
Because
He could
DHS beat Darien in the first round of
first
the
round.
FCA
Yep,
tournament,
yep.
and I was wondering who that dude was. I was like, yo,
Sure,
they got a
Bentley.
black coach.
Yo.
And I'm like, who is this dude?
That's
Yo,
what-
you should have seen him play though, Cash.
Yeah.
He's like Steph.
Nah, he could go.
No,
He's
I mean, I've
Steph.
seen him play. I've only seen him play one time.
Okay. Yo.
But that's what's up.
And they had a tall dude too. He had long hair at the time. I forgot his name. He was skinny. He was mad bow-legged.
That's how you know it was nice.
He was yeah.
Right?
But he was nice too. I wonder what happened to him. What? But dad, he coaches now.
Yeah, he coaches.
I thought Bentley
He's
was
doing
gonna
his-
go.
He's doing his thing up there.
Okay, I thought he would have went to the league though. The way he was balling.
He's doing his thing. With the NBA though, what about the Knicks OKC season opener?
I love that.
Oh, October 19th.
I love
Yeah,
that.
look out for that.
Celtics Cleveland season opener.
What's the
yeah,
over under
that's
on Melo? How many points? I got over
15.
40.
Over 40?
Melo?
Over
No,
40.
he gonna have 15 points.
Yeah, I got Melo going.
Have y'all seen the Knicks play?
I got him under
15.
22.
First of all, they changed the draft lottery now. It's not.
yeah.
They changed that. So
How's it
2019.
gonna work
that's
now?
So now it's not. You can't just tank it anymore. So I want the Knicks to go 10-72 this year. This is the last year we could get that first pick.
10-72. I want us to go 0-72.
Oh, it's 82 if we
I want that
can.
to be a guarantee.
Because they got that
I need
kid.
that guarantee.
They got 2 kids that's gonna come out next year. They got the kid that's going to Missouri, Michael. What's his name from the kid from Washington? But he's going to play at Missouri, Michael Porter Jr.
I think it is Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, and then there's the other kid who just graduated high school early so that he could go to Duke.
Oh.
What's that dude's name?
I don't know, but I know one thing. All of them about to go down.
Oh yeah, everybody. Can we talk about that real quick? Do we have time for that?
Everybody about to get indicted.
Yo, so Rick
Yes.
Pitino-
So what is that situation?
Vonnie actually had that.
Oh, I
Go
don't
ahead.
know details on that.
No,
I just
I
what
know,
happened.
but you wanted to bring it up to
know.
coach.
So
A lot of job openings are gonna be opening up.
Yeah.
So everybody,
They fired Oklahoma
update
State
your
coach, too.
resume.
How about Patino, bro?
Patino got fired yesterday, and they fired the Oklahoma State
I
coach
was
today.
shocked when I seen about Patino.
They about to
Oh,
fire
man.
Arizona's coach.
They about to
were
fire-
they
So
were
was
like
it
16.
bribing?
Here's what it
Yes.
was. Okay, so for instance, so I'll use Arizona. No, we could use Louisville. So Louisville, their school with their branding contract is with Adidas.
Right.
All the players wear Adidas clothes. They get Adidas shoes, everything. But when these guys during the recruiting process, like high school guys coming from his AAU teams, these Nike camp guys, Under Armour, Adidas, whoever is coming to these camps and basically funneling money to these recruits, like saying like Nike was like giving money to people to give to their kids' parents, like hundreds of thousands of dollars and
That's
stuff
crazy.
like that
Yeah.
to give to them, whether or not he, whatever, just to get him to go to the school.
Right.
And then basically saying like when you go pro or whatever, you sign with us.
Yeah, sign with
Damn.
us. Like trying to get these kids out of high school. So like obviously, and that speaks to a bigger point too. They're taking advantage of these kids who are coming from poor community, poor situations. You first of all, any of us, you put $100,000 in front of us, we all gonna take it. Especially if our kid is athletic and stuff like that.
No
Right.
comment. No comment.
But yeah, don't touch that. But it's crazy to me, man. Like that's wild. And then on top of all that, the coaches are pocketing some of that money. They're not even giving all the money. So say Nike gives the coach $200,000 to give to a kid and his family, whatever. That's what they ask. He'll be like, oh, here's $100,000 to the family, pocket $100,000 for himself, and then they still rocking Adidas everything. But that kid's like, they just do a backdoor deal. So the charges are crazy, like federally charged.
They're going
fraud,
there's a lot of money in there, bro.
They said they
lot of
basically
money
said they got
millions of dollars.
They got like 300 people basically like on the list.
Yo, and
they only knocked off like 10, so they're
And you know
basically
none of
just
them is
waiting.
real.
They're like, look, just come talk to us.
You know that came out. They all about the roll.
They put their number up there. So
Yeah.
look, call us
Just
before
call
we got to
us.
call
Yes,
you.
yes, I see that.
Yo, and
Don't let us make this get ugly.
Everybody tell him.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna tell him too.
Just
You
go.
know it.
Just
But my
go.
whole thing too is like this is nothing new. Like
This has been going on for a minute, bro.
I mean, this has been going on forever.
Yeah,
As
some of the
long as
cases-
it's been college sports, and as far as the sneaker companies are involved now, like this is just how it is.
You know what's funny? Mike, they asked Michael Beasley about that on Friday, or not Friday. It's like 2 days ago, and he's like, man, this been going on. Y'all just catching on.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
the same
like,
thing. They was talking to Jason Williams about it, and he was basically just like from Duke. Jason Williams from Duke. He's basically saying the same thing. Like, man, this is nothing new.
This is nothing.
Yeah, they know.
Y'all just getting caught up, basically.
Nothing new.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yo, it's nuts. So they got paper trails, everything.
Oh, yeah, it's done. Basically,
it's done.
Any major program who's getting big time athletes, they're gonna have something to do with it.
Except North Carolina though, because they got that Jordan brand, and you know they ain't doing none of that.
So I'm pretty sure that somebody started knocking on Zion's door. You know
Oh
Zion?
yeah, definitely.
If I was his parents, Joe,
I'm gonna say it like this: Zion already got paid.
he already got paid.
Lonzo. Not Lonzo, LaMelo.
He not getting paid from nobody.
But LaMelo doing Big Baller
He's
brand.
doing Big Baller.
Yeah,
Okay,
Big Baller brand.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, gotta
Shout
get-
out to Big
That's
Baller
crazy.
brand.
Zion.
Shout out to Big Baller brand. I like what LeVar out there doing.
Yeah.
I do too.
But I know Zion got paid.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Zion.
I know Zion got
Lots
paid.
of money.
He's a beast,
Well,
though,
they're
bro.
also trying to change it so that you don't have to go to college. They're trying to take away that rule where you gotta do 1 year.
So now
should
it's
be
straight
like
after
that.
high
You
school
should
You'll
then?
be able to go straight after high school. But that's
yeah.
how it should be.
Yeah. I agree with that.
They're just renting players, and this is like, and the thing is, that's what's crazy. Like, so if they're doing a one and done thing, that's why I really feel like, these guys should just be getting paid. Because they're bringing in so much money into the campus. And the thing is, the school just hides behind, like, oh, you're getting a free education. None of these kids are staying. And if they leave after 1 year, when they come back, they're not going to still be on athletic scholarship. They're going to have to pay like everybody else, when they come back, even after their careers are over or whatever. So don't hide behind you're giving them a free education, free room board. Like the cost of one kid going to college, even when it's an athlete and they're getting like the best of the best everything, the sweet life and all that stuff like that, staying in all the nice facilities, you give them a full meal plan, all that, right? Even them, it's still not equating to the amount of money that a school is making from a college basketball season. They're playing 30 games. Those arenas are always filled. College football even more. Like you see the realignment with the college, with like the conferences and stuff like that. People are trying to move to the Big Five conferences, like where the money is at, because they got 75,000 seat stadiums, and they don't even care if the team is good. They're just trying to fill the stadium up with alumni. That's it. They want people to donate money. And the kids, and then you go to the bookstore and you see the jerseys in there. With no names on the back, but they got their number.
They got the number.
You know they're buying that because they want to be
Of course.
This is his likeness, but that kid don't get none of that.
That's crazy.
None of that.
One last question before we let you go, man. How can, kids or teenagers get involved with your program to sign up with you? How does that work?
Right now, you can reach me through email. That's coachharvey3@gmail.com.
Nice.
You can also contact with me on social media.
Nice.
But anyway, you can also go to ctsportsarena.com. That's ConnecticutSportsArena.com. And all the programs are listed.
And that's where you train
Yes, that's
the
where
kids and
I
all
do
that.
everything right now.
Nice.
So we have plenty of programs. We have a Little Hoopers program that's from kids kindergarten to second grade.
Nice.
We
You heard,
have-
Mike? They got room for you.
Ooh.
Got him.
But, listen, right now I'm actually doing a training program.
Crossed you over real quick.
Right now we're doing a training program which is kids 5th through 8th grade, and then high school 9th through 12th, which is basically like a 5-week or 10-week basically a pre-training before tryouts start.
Nice.
So to
I
kind
like
of
that.
get
That's
kids,
smart.
kids going, get them ready, get them in shape. So when you come to tryouts, it doesn't look like you haven't touched the ball since the season ended.
Wow. That's true though. I like that.
So
Dope.
yeah, we're learning a bunch
really
of things.
dope.
We also have leagues going for adults.
Nice.
We have men's leagues. We
Nice.
have youth leagues for teams who are looking to put in leagues, tournaments, and we just have a bunch of different things going on right now.
I like that, sir. We appreciate you,
Awesome.
man. You're doing a beautiful thing for the community.
Yeah.
Before you go, bro, list any websites, social medias, all that, so we can follow you and go from there.
I gotta check it out.
He's like, matter of fact, I need to look at it because there's a bunch.
But like I said, CoachHarvey3@gmail.com. You can go to Coach D Harvey on Instagram, and the same thing for my Facebook, Coach D Harvey.
Nice. All right. Y'all heard it here. Young ballers.
Yes.
Make sure
Look into it.
Yes.
Definitely. One thing I always want to say is I never want money to be a reason someone doesn't play.
Yes.
That's one thing I'm big on. You know,
Yes.
we will fundraise, we'll do whatever
Correct.
is necessary to make sure.
Yeah, I know
we
you
never
told me
play.
that with that one kid that I had from a couple years ago. I don't even know if he's still playing. I haven't kept up with him.
Yo, that's how you
I
gotta
think he
do it,
made
man.
I know he played freshman ball at the high school because I went a couple of his games, but I don't know if they kept him. He's a junior this year.
You don't remember his name?
Shamar.
Shamar,
Remember that
yep,
kid
yep,
Shamar that
yep.
I had on the team? Kid
Yep.
was a baller, yo. Meanest step back, yo. He had that step back scoop.
Nice.
I'm telling you,
Nice.
don't
Can't
let
play
that
no
be a
defense,
reason you
though.
don't play.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in once again. It's the We Break Silence Show. E.charlez, Rosie, Mike, Lloyd, Vanya. Cash, we appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for having me as usual, man.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate y'all.
We family.
Okay.
What's
What
going
is
on?
that?
What's going on here, bro? We trying to end the show.
Oh my God, yo.
You're being sent
I'm scared. Whatever. Anyways, make sure to follow us at all social media platforms at
need
New Villa
Jesus,
Radio.
He need help, man. I'm sorry.
This guy.
Yo, thank you. I just want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
up.
thank you,
Thanks
man,
for
for coming,
coming.
bro.
Definitely
We
hope we
appreciate
do it
it,
again
man.
soon,
Oh yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yes.
And I gotta get more. I want to make a commercial and stuff for you so we could promote your stuff over here at the
Definitely,
station. Yeah,
definitely.
so we got you. You guys got any last comments before we go?
No,
They're burning
sir.
Wade's jersey.
They're not.
All right, who you got winning the title? Warriors.
Warriors again.
Yeah.
I might
Back to
have
back.
the Warriors going 16-0 in the playoffs.
Because
I got
I'm
the
a-
Warriors. No, I don't think 16 no, but I got the Warriors in 7. I think they go 7 again.
because
Cleveland did get better.
I'm a
think.
Cavs fan. I'm gonna have to say Cavs in 7. But
All right, but let me ask
You
you a
don't,
question.
you don't believe it
You
though.
don't
Are
believe
you
it.
a
There's no heart
Cavs
behind
fan
that.
or are you a LeBron,
LeBron
I am
fan.
not. I made a statement on the first day of this show. I am not officially a Cleveland fan.
Oh man, it's gonna be sad when LeBron leaves.
It's all good.
It's done.
You know why? I'm 31 years old. I ain't trying to move city to city no more.
I feel you.
I
my
gotta
whole
stay in
thing,
one
my whole
spot.
thing with the teams is though is I feel like if they win, I want to be able to go to parade.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
want to celebrate.
I
Yo, you don't
So
even
I'm
know how
Cleveland
bad
fan.
I want to go to a Knicks
Oh, I
championship
can't
parade.
wait.
Yo.
I can't wait. It's
Before
gonna
I
be
die,
lit.
it will, yo. We gonna get it before we
Yeah,
die,
like-
bro.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
like-
see one, at least one.
Like 2058.
I'm saying
Yo, how
my
around there?
my two sons coming up, so don't worry, Knicks, I got you.
Tell them straight up. Even if you in a wheelchair and everything, old or whatever, yo, tell them roll me down the battery pole. What they do? Is the
Don't- no matter
Canyon
what.
of Champions or whatever?
Yeah,
Put
roll
in
me
the
on
car,
down there.
Just put me in the car and put the windows down. I can sit there. That's it. Leave me there.
Man, make sure to catch us same time, same place next week. Make sure to catch the Happy Hour show as well. Tuesdays, 8
Hey,
o'clock. Pamela Rosario, Rosemary Garcia. What do you guys
Doesn't
say,
matter.
Mike?
It doesn't matter.
We'll see you guys next
Boycotting.
week, man. Have a good night.
Crack your
Good
shoulder
night.
PM.
Thank you.